flume when it used to be out here from forever ago. This is crazy. Hey, there's some antelope. Alright, so apparently Colorado does have gold nuggets. These look like a few ounces each. Never hear about that much. And then these are from the Idaho Springs area, which is where gold was first discovered. These are more leafy, crystally, so these probably came out of some hard rock, obviously because of specimens. But interested how there's big rounded nuggets. I'm having to hike because I brought the Eco Hybrid and I do not have enough ground clearance or four-wheel drive to make it up and over this stuff. These dips are at least like 10 inches deep. Alright boys, we're halfway there. The aspens aren't fully ripe yet, but the sky's super blue. Cache Creek's down there in that canyon. We have the coveted black aspen tree. Very rare. It's not a prospecting trip until you see a snick. Alright, this is the famous Cache Creek. Extremely narrow, extremely mellow. But this year looks a little better than last year, so you could probably actually set up a sluice. The funny thing is, everyone tells me that the gold that you want to dig, it's like a quarter mile that way. You haul it on a sled or bucket or a wheelbarrow, bring it over here, and then sluice it out, and then rinse and repeat. So we got a bunch of these glacier gravels, and I'm gonna sample these red and black clay bands where it looks like some of the bigger rocks are sitting on this. It's kind of a clay layer. All right, I got mixed material. Had to carry it pretty far, pretty heavy. High elevation definitely kills you, but we're gonna pan it out. If there's nothing in here, I'm going to southern Colorado where I know there's better gold. There's a little speck of gold above that black sand right there. Cha-ching. All of that with plenty of black sand and a lot of heavy work. So I think I'm just gonna go back to Oregon, California, Idaho, Montana, even Alabama to do some gold panning. The mountains are pretty here though, and the yellow aspen trees, but I don't know what everybody's secret is here at Cache Creek. All right, another fail at Cache Creek. Apparently, you don't worry about layers. It's totally random in every spot, is what the locals told me this time versus last year. So the whole area has been super hydromined. So all of these are just kind of ground up tailings. Got the merch though, got Taylor Face prospecting. But yeah, apparently the virgin ground is like at the top of this hill, and this whole area used to be like 60 feet higher, but they just sprayed it down with hoses and mined the gold that way. What's up guys? Can you guys do antelope spin? So yeah, we're gonna do some prospecting in the part of Colorado that has cacti. Bet you guys didn't know there was gold out here. We got a deep canyon. Water's way down there. What's crazy is look up here. There's round river rocks. So the water used to be up here and it left some rocks behind. Hey, lizard. What's up? I'm like 600 feet above the water line and gravel's here. The river's down there and there's still rocks all the way up here. Crazy. We got a pump here. High banker there. Another high banker running there. All these old river gravels in the weird part of Colorado. So they built flumes to transport water so they could hydromine some areas. But yeah, kind of weird how there's gold in this canyon that looks like discount Utah, New Mexico, or Arizona. Look, you can see parts of the flume when it used to be out here from forever ago. This is crazy. How'd they even get it attached like that? All right, so there's like 3 little specks of gold in the black sand up there. Very small, but I'm surprised it came off of something from like 500 feet above the water level. Try to clear it out more and not lose it because it is about the same size as the black sand. Yeah, right there. That was just in like a little tiny sample. All right, we're in Eastern Oregon. Check this out. The gold out here is way better than all of Colorado, panning at 3 different spots with 3 full-size pans. Just gonna do this, flood, top layer. Let's pick a spot. Here's a slope, meets a flat. Looks like some tight, heavier, dark rocks, a little bit of red. Not really, but you know, whatever. And let's just move stuff out of the way, get some of that overburden because I'm not classifying the big rocks. Yeah, you know what? I'm literally just gonna dig that. I don't even care. Technically, it's a little deeper down, but let's just see what the flood gold on the top is like here in Oregon versus Colorado. Okay, I probably should have brought like a pick or something. Hold on, let's cut the clip and I'll fill this up a little more and update you. All right, we got our little test sample pan filled up. Let's go pan it out and see what's on the top layer of flood gold in Oregon versus digging deep and at good places with bedrock in Colorado. All right, I got it classified down. I have not seen the gold, so let's do this. Not seeing a lot of black sand, which is usually kind of a bad sign because this spot has a lot of black sand because everything around here is literally just pure basalt. So I don't think I dug in a good spot. Oh, all right. Look at those 3 or 4 flakes that just popped up. That's already way more gold than I found in all of Colorado, in Denver, Dolores River area, and Cache Creek, all combined. And technically the Animas River if you want to count panning there, but I don't find anything. Oh yeah, look, there's a good flake right there. Up, some more finds popping up. So the bigger, flatter ones are going to appear first because they're kind of surfy and they like to be on top of the black sand. Oh, dang, like another big piece just appeared. Woo-wee. Oh, and then there's a bunch of little finds in there. All right, so we got finds 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then a flake 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's the big flake. 13 for that big flake there. And then obviously some other stuff got kind of mixed in there. And I don't know if this is a mercury piece or just some other type of heavy metal, that bright silver one. Can't really tell. But yeah, right there. So that's just from some top flood gold that refills every year here in Oregon. So sorry, Colorado. You're good with hard rock mines, but placer kind of let down. But Colorado is a beautiful state.